what, from your point of view, is the solution for any parents that are out there that might be worried about their children, to prevent any negative thoughts about themselves leading to something like an eating disorder?
Yeah, and where I would start there is around the anxiety piece. That when
Okay.
a child is feeling particularly worried about something, um, to really kind of knock those thoughts on the head, straight
Okay.
away and talk them out and really have those open discussions about it. The one big thing that I do with my daughter is I always ask her where everything is in her body, where she's feeling particular emotions in her body. So when
Okay.
she kind of comes in and, say for example, she's 11. So like if a friend is after upsetting her, but like asking her, how does that feel? And a lot of the feelings are in her stomach. So you can
Okay.
see how as a child, you might think, I'm going to make this go away by maybe not putting food in my stomach or making my stomach smaller. Big emotions inside.
Yeah.
In her stomach. So kind of talking her
Okay.
through them. And it's really, really important.
Yeah.
And then obviously, like society is telling us that we need to look a particular way. And from a very young age, that's apparent when I go into schools now, they have phones, they have social media. You're talking about 11-year-olds being exposed to maybe 6 hours a day on social media, which
Wow.
is, yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually really, really scary. So the message there, and I have this actually was only in a school the other day
Yeah.
from two of the students. One was it's endless, and one was
Okay.
you'll
Wow.
never feel good enough. So when you think
Wow.
about what they're being exposed to,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
watching that exposure is really important as well. We can't manage it as adults, so it's really hard for them as children.
Yeah, I totally agree with particularly that last point about we can't manage it as adults.
Mm,
Um, I mean, social media has obviously a lot of positive benefits, like the podcast, the platform that I'm going to be posting
sure.
this on is a type of social media. So there's a lot of good that it can do. But no one, I don't think that when the website like Instagram was invented, that the expectation would be that people would be spending so much time on it. And I don't think that the experiments were done to see what this is going to do to an adult mind, let alone the mind of a child. And sure, in my career, I would have worked with a lot of young adults, so 17, 18. And it's only in the past 5 to 6 years that I've really seen
Yeah.
what I would describe as fully fledged smartphone addiction,
Mm,
where the thought of the phone not being on their person is absolutely anxiety provoking. It's devastating for them. Um, and I really like that term digital native, that people born from the year 2000 and later have never known a world without a smartphone
it's
or
true. Yeah.
Facebook or YouTube, whatever it is. They've literally grown up with it. Where we probably born in the previous century, without those technological pressures. So yeah, it's really interesting what you say. So if we bring it back to the book, how can the book help a child?
Yeah, and that's it. Like it's not a fix it. It's really just about planting seeds. So like I
Yeah.
said, it started off with kind of one worksheet and it was kind of it was something like I think it was maybe around based around affirmations, I think was the first page. And then it was kind of getting them more to tune into their body. I discuss an awful lot about like the weight of feelings. How maybe
Okay.
like if you're feeling really happy, you have a tendency, even as an adult, to kind of just be a little bit more sort of energetic and lighter in your body. But if you're feeling really sad, there's definitely a weight to that. Your shoulders
Yeah.
go down and you can actually feel quite heavy. So a lot of it is discussing how when you look in the mirror, so the brain is like this big processor, that kind of gets in the
Yeah.
way of you look in the mirror and then your brain kind of kicks in. And then what you see actually really, it's called reflection. So what you see is a reflection of how you feel really. Because if you're in a really bad humor and you look in the mirror, the chances are you're not going to be too happy with what you see. If you're in an okay humor, you're going to grant and you're going to leave the house. So it really is
Yeah.
dependent. And that goes for adults as well. Actually, there was someone who actually bought the book for their niece, and they kept it themselves because they were like, I actually really like the simplicity of it. It's just really, it discusses things in a really simple manner. So she kept it. Because even as adults, we don't know this,
Well, so it's lessons for life then. It's not just lessons for children necessarily.